Giselle, you gotta stop that. She could really rock a short bob. Wendy a little booger just like, I don't know why Shorty came in a whole gown and fur. But what caused Michael to change? What is Karen's actual beef with Giselle? I'm gonna talk about Robin and these braids later because what the fuck, y'all? Wendy, who she hated with the slithering walk. That message was rude as hell and you know it. Is she the Marlo of this season? Wendy does not play. You like her enough to go to her pamper party, but not enough to congratulate her on having the baby. But friends, you can read into that as you will. I'm doing what I need. If y'all are watching this, I need you. Let me know. What's up, everyone? For those of you guys who do not know me, I am your girl Rizzo, and we are going to discuss season 6, episode 5 of the Real Housewives of Potomac, The Rumor Mill. This one was good. We went on a trip to Williamsburg. Giselle and Robin and Mia had their little conversation. We learned a lot more about Mia. Karen and Giselle got into it, and we got the sprinkles of the Wendy and Giselle, Eddie, rumor, drama stuff. Let's get to it. All right, so let's first talk about Giselle, Robin, and Mia actually meeting up. Giselle's messy ass, her little petty ass, started off by saying the only reason that she wants to meet with Mia is because she wants to tell her daughters what not to do. And wound up ending that whole little session by saying that Mia is a badass bitch for everything that she's overcome. So there goes that. So also within the episode, we heard a lot more between Mia and G and between Mia and Giselle and Robin about her life in foster care and her life with her mom. We learned why she got into foster care. We also heard that even though her mom is like now sober, she doesn't want to come over and visit Mia because she feels like Mia doesn't need her. You can read into that as you will. I'm doing what I need to. She also said that Mia reminds her of her dad, and Mia's mom doesn't fuck with her dad. So you can tell that there's some trauma there that she doesn't want to see. You know that usually happens. Little girls look like their dads. You can see that Mia's kid looks just like G. We also learned that Mia's mom was on drugs and her dad passed away from doing heroin, like obviously sharing a needle. He got AIDS. Fun fact, that's exactly how my uncle passed away. But in terms of the meeting with Giselle and Robin, I don't know why Shorty came in a whole gown and fur at a bar where we were sitting down on some couches eating tapas. What were you doing? Where were you going, sis? Mia also said, look, I don't want you guys to think that I'm rude. Ma'am, that message was rude as hell and you know it. But it kind of sounded like she knew it and she was like embarrassed by it and she knows that it's something that she wants to work on. So I gotta give her that. 2 very fun, not so fun facts about Mia. She could really rock a short bob. Look at this. You see the way her natural hair or her layers, whatever we're gonna call it, sorry, just lays on her coat. It looks really good there. Mia, if you want to, you can hit that short bob whenever it comes back around. Second thing is that Mia says, yeah, like the Kardashians. She does the, yeah. I can't do it like that girl on TikTok who does the Kardashians so well. She's just like, yeah, like Courtney. That's how Mia says, yeah. It makes you think the person is not paying attention, but they totally are or are not. Up for debate. Then we got into Giselle and everybody else talking about Wendy. Everybody knows the storyline of what's going to happen with Wendy and Giselle and all the rumors and shit. But it started to like sprinkle into this episode. Nobody has quite said anything, but we're hearing like little things about Wendy. We're also hearing Giselle just hate on Wendy. Giselle, you got to stop that. She's like, oh, this is not the same Wendy that we saw last season, which I get. But we all know Wendy was putting on a front. She was a commentator. She's a professor. She got to represent her family. She got to represent herself. But we all knew deep down inside, Wendy a little booger just like us. It was no more of those voting luncheons. Wendy said, you know what? We came up with this money. You know what the first thing I'm doing? Get some ass and some titties. Let's go. I'm not mad you paid for it, Florence, sis. We also saw Wendy struggling with a candle line. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but how many people y'all know who have a candle line? I know about 50-11 and I'm like not exaggerating. Wendy, you on this show. You got 17 jobs. I know you can make a candle line if my friend up the street can do it, okay? You got this, sis. And then the last thing that I'm gonna say about Wendy, I don't really is about Giselle. First of all, Giselle started off and said like, you know, I don't usually spread rumors and things that I see online, but let me tell you what I heard about Wendy. And then Ashley is like, you know, if anybody is gonna bring it up to her, I think it'd be best if you do it. As if she didn't know about this, as if she didn't read the blogs or it didn't get to her before and Giselle has to break the news to her. Sis, you being messy. But speaking of Ashley, we saw baby Dylan at 2 days old. Is that a record? No, because we literally saw Courtney deliver Mason. But how cute was he? He looks nothing like Dean at all, because Dean came out looking like Michael, but now looks like Ashley spit him out. Speaking of spitting out, baby blow-ups are the funniest thing to me, but also the most disgusting thing to me. Like, husband, please be on diaper duty. If I'm on titty duty, you gotta be on diaper duty. That's just what it is. But can you imagine losing like 15 pounds in one day? 15. The weight of 15 pounds just coming off of you in one day. And then like 5 others coming off like shortly after. And we don't talk about this, but what caused Michael to change? Because y'all remember in the first season that Ashley was there, Michael was like, I don't want any kids. We never talked about what it was that made Michael change his mind. It's almost as if Michael got caught cheating and Ashley was like, well, the only way I'm gonna stay with you is if you give me a kid. And then boom, they had a kid. And then he got into more trouble last season and it was like, boom, you're having another kid. But he seems to really enjoy having them around. So I guess I'm gonna let that go. I also love what Ashley said about having a second child, because I didn't talk about this on the last episode. Ashley was crying because she was worried about not giving all of her love to Dean, right? She would now have to split it between this new baby and with Dean. And she was like feeling bad about it. But she said, the gift of a sibling is the greatest gift I can give to them. Your parents gave you the gift of a sibling, knowing that you guys will always have each other. That's amazing. I'm so sorry to you single children households. Also, Dean walking around is the cutest. When he walked in this little outfit, I almost lost it. We also found out this episode that Candace truly hates Ashley, which I think is ridiculous considering the fact that you went to her pamper party. You like her enough to go to her pamper party, but not enough to congratulate her on having the baby? Yeah, Candace was one of the people who didn't bring a gift, by the way. But the Williamsburg house that Candace helped to plan was gorgeous. And y'all know I love me a good party bus, especially party buses with poles, not like Robin did, but you know I love a good party bus. And the producers were petty as fuck for doing that little tip number. Y'all know Mia was gonna kill it. And Robin, oh Lord. I'm gonna talk about Robin and these braids later, because what the fuck, y'all? Speaking of petty, this whole main house and the cottage thing, why would you even get a spot like that separates these two groups? We haven't even seen the cottage yet, I don't believe, right? But why would you do that? That's clearly drawing a line. And it's interesting that you chose Mia to come with you, and Giselle and Robin. We knew you would come with Giselle and Robin, but Mia? I wonder how Karen felt knowing that she brought this woman into the group and she made it into the main house, but she was being put in the cottage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's crazy that Mia didn't see a problem with that. But when Giselle and Robin told her, oh, we want to hang out with you without Karen, oh, she got really mad. But when it came to you living in a big house without your BFF, oh, you okay, right? Because you and Giselle and Robin are now cool? Okay. I mean, it's also interesting because Ascala, who's Robin's friend, is not in the main house either. Also, is Ascala part of this cast now? Like, is she always, she's the recurring, is she the Marlo of this season? What do you call that? You know how in Atlanta we always say like, oh, Marlo is fighting to get her peach. Is Ascala fighting to get her cherry blossom? Like, what do we say? Is she fighting to get a husband? She has a husband. Just playing this petty. And before we leave the whole bus thing, I got to talk about Robin and these braids and the poll. Y'all, I'm going to just skip past the poll. Look, me and Robin probably have about the same percent of black in us. I think she actually did. She mentioned it one time and it let it go by really quickly, but both her parents light skin. Look, I know I've been telling y'all that I'm half black, half white, and I'm biracial, but my mama light skin, so we found out I'm actually only 37% black. But don't, you know what I'm saying? My mother doesn't claim that. She thinks the test is wrong. She doesn't understand how she could not be 100% black as an African-American woman. I'm like, sis, would you like a history lesson? But, you know, minor details. But friends, if y'all are watching this, I need you, let me know if I ever look like Robin in those braids, because she look like a white woman trying to have braids, and that doesn't look good. I need 3 of y'all to say it for me to believe you. Because sometimes people just be haters, you know what I'm saying? And they be real close to you. But I need 3 of y'all to tell me honestly, when you see me in these braids, do I look ridiculous? Because Robin, sis, I want to like you. I like your little blonde bob most of the time, but that was not it. And Robin kicking Mia out of the upstairs bedroom was stupid. That's such like a Mean Girls little thing. We didn't like that. Mia took that well. I think she only took that well because she knew she was going with Karen, because Karen is being sworn in as an ambassador of her town that I keep forgetting every single episode. But that little farm town, she's now the ambassador. Isn't that cute? And she's decided to take Mia and Wendy. Mia makes sense. Wendy, who she hated with the slithering walk last year, is now her BFF because she's her mentor. So that's interesting. But I don't want to sit on that too much, because every 5 seconds, these girls, these women hate each other and they love each other. Like Giselle was really sitting on it as if last episode she didn't just talk shit. Actually, this episode she didn't just talk shit about Mia. So you can't get on Karen for last season not being so close to Wendy, okay? But y'all, before we close out, because I feel like this episode was a lot of like, it's setting it up. We learned a lot about Mia, but I feel like this is setting it up for what's to come. But before I go, what is Karen's actual beef with Giselle? Because, you know, we got this little screenshot here, screenshot queen over here. I know what Giselle's beef is with Karen. I mean, well, yeah, with Karen, because she aired her ass out. But Karen is trying to say it's because she wished death upon Ray 4 years ago. That ain't it, because you haven't been mad all these 4 years. I think the real issue is that Giselle was talking shit about Ray not paying his bills and the taxes and all of that, her not living in Potomac, renting, but Karen can't say that because she doesn't want to bring it up. But what else could it be? What's the other, what are the issues? And can they ever come back, or is it just too deep? Are they in too deep that they can never come back at this point? I don't know, y'all. These women are so petty. But yeah, y'all, I cannot wait to see Giselle meet her match in Wendy, right? She almost met her match in Mia, but she knew, let me go friend her because I know she could fight with me. She didn't realize Monique could. Monique, haha. But I'm interested to see Wendy. Wendy, you know, you got this front for TV, but Wendy does not play. I can't wait to see this, y'all. I'll see y'all Sundays, 8 p.m. I could have made that up. I never watch it on time. Check it out, Bravo on Sundays. I'll have a review for you guys next week, next Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, forward, repost. Do all that stuff you gotta do so that you can get this review next time and somebody else can see it. You know I post a lot of Married at First Sight content, but for my true blue housewives, listen, the Housewives brand is loyal. I know y'all are asking me to do these other shows, but let me tell you, for now, that's all we got because I got to make this 9 to 5 money. But the Housewives brands, y'all, these shits are the best thing ever because these women are so petty. I hope to God nobody ever documents my petty or I ever get this petty on television. All right, bye.